Coding used to mean spending hours typing line after line and then debugging every error. But what if you could just describe what you want and AI builds it for you? Well, that's vibe coding. And Lindy Build is the first real vibe coding platform that makes it possible to turn your ideas into functioning apps within minutes. Now, we're not saying coding is obsolete. For complex and custom projects, traditional coding is still essential. But with vibe coding, it's now possible to build entire apps without writing a single line of code. SaaS tools, creative apps, even AI-powered games, just by talking to Lindy. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through 25 apps that you can vibe code today. I've broken them down into categories, from SaaS and games to creative tools, tools for your everyday life, and even social and community apps. Along the way, I'll show you a couple of real Lindy Build outputs, so that you can see how easy it is to bring your ideas into life. But before we get into the ideas, let's actually break down how it's best to go about it, to make sure that the apps you're building are actually useful and that they actually solve a real problem. Now, first we start with the vision. You need to start with intent. Who are you building for, and what is the one outcome that proves success? If you can't explain the win condition in one sentence, you're not ready to build. One example could be a freelancer who wants daily summaries of clients' emails in Slack. That's concrete enough to start vibe coding. Next up, we've got the ingredients. Here we need to list the building blocks. What inputs does your app need? Maybe that's Google Drive files, a Stripe feed, or just plain text. Here, call out your APIs, your integrations, or constraints up front. This stops you from drifting and gives Lindy Build context to wire things correctly from the start. Next, the blueprint. Here we translate your vision into product requirement prompts. Basically, a lightweight PRD written in plain English. Outline roles, features, edge cases, and the user flow. You're not writing code. You're giving the AI a map. Think a dashboard with 3 sections: CSV upload and error states if file is empty. This one paragraph can generate 80% of your app. Next up, we actually execute and iterate. This is where vibe coding feels magical. Instead of going back to the repo, you just talk to the builder. You can say, make the layout tighter, add a Stripe checkout, or add a filter by date. Each iteration is conversational, so you spend your energy on product decisions, not boilerplate fixes. The trick is to move in small steps. Adjust one thing, test, and then move on. Don't overwhelm the builder with multiple prompts trying to fix everything at once. And then finally, we ship. You want to make sure that you deploy early. Don't try to polish your app forever. Lindy Build gives you fast deployment, so make sure to use it. Get a link out to your team, your friends, or their community, and collect feedback. Real usage is the fastest way to see if your vision holds up. From there, you can refine, add telemetry, or layer in guardrails. So there you have the vibes loop: vision, ingredients, blueprint, execute, and ship. It forces you to get clear on the idea, break it into pieces, and keep momentum. Instead of stalling on setup, you're iterating to the working product in hours. So now let's actually take a look at what you can build with Lindy. First up, we've got SaaS and business tools. This is where vibe coding feels like a cheat code, as in minutes you can spin up tools that can save you tens or even hundreds of hours in your workflows. Think dashboards, automations, and smart assistants that save time and money. First thing you can build is a subscription tracker, so an app that finds and cancels all of those forgotten monthly charges. Next, an AI landing page generator, so a user can type in their product or their business and they get a polished website ready to launch. Next, an automated resume screener. You can build a portal for people to submit their resumes, and then AI automatically screens them to find the best fits for your job roles. Next, a contract analyzer. You can build an app where users can upload their legal documents, AI scans through it, and then gives you any potential red flags or things that need changing. You can also build an OKR dashboard, a live board where your team can set goals and track progress. Now, we finished the SaaS category, and you're probably already asking yourself, how do you actually build these ideas using Lindy? Well, before we proceed further, let's quickly jump into the Lindy Builder so I can teach you exactly how you can use it to build out any of these ideas. It's really straightforward. It's really as simple as talking to a real human or a developer. So to get started building your apps with Lindy, sign up or log in into your account, and then you'll be redirected to this page. Here, just click on the Build Apps icon and then start building. I'm going to follow the framework that we outlined at the beginning of the video. In the first part, I'm just going to say build an AI contract analyzers for freelancers, small legal teams, and ops managers who review the following things: win condition, within 60 seconds of upload, the app extracts key terms, flags risky causes and citations, and gives a 0 to 100 risk score. Then I tell it the ingredients, so the inputs, models, and then the actual blueprint. In the blueprint, we have the roles. Actually, I don't think for our version we'll need that, so I'll remove that. You'll have the primary UI, core features, edge cases, system prompts, etc. Then we send that through. So after analyzing our prompt, Lindy will ask us a few more questions to actually clarify any of the points. So let's respond to it. Then it will confirm if that's what we're trying to build. I'll just say yes. And then let it build out the app. Here you'll be able to see in the terminal, it actually doing the work live. What Lindy is actually doing is it's sending this work to an AI agent, which then starts its own computer and start making it live on the computer, as if a real developer would. You can see all of the steps and the progress here on the left, but I'll get back to you once this is finished. Okay, and after a few prompts, I've got it to work. We've got our AI contract analyzer. So if you remember our original prompt, basically I gave it this large prompt explaining everything that I needed to do. It did exactly that. However, on the first few outputs, it was using mock data and displaying instead of the actual AI data. So I fixed that. And then I fixed a few small UI issues. So let's test it out. I've made this fake, like very predatory contract. So we're going to upload it and see what our analyzer says about it. It will take a few seconds to process. Okay, our upload was successful and our contract is now being analyzed. We've got our analysis here on the left and we can see this one is high risk, which is perfect. It means that the functionality is working and it was able to pick up the issues that I put in the contract. Here we have all of the different details about the contract itself. For example, here we can see the effective date, the parties, the terms, IP ownership, data protection, etc. And down below we have the risk analysis, color-coded for high, medium and low. As you could see, in the high risk we have the liability cap is significantly less than the fees, posing a high risk. And then another one where the indemnity is unilateral in the favor of the vendor, which is very high risk. A way we could improve this is actually tell the outputs to be like really simple so that the users can understand it without understanding any lawyer speak. And that's it. On the top we also have a risk score, like 85 out of 100. This contract I made sure it's like really like predatory. So as you could see, it put a really high risk score. And you can repeat the same process for the apps that you're trying to build. Use the system that we outlined at the beginning of the video to build out your prompt and think through your app, what problem it solves, what it needs. Then send that prompt to Lindy, have it build out the app for you, and then iterate step by step until you have it fully working. And one more thing I forgot to mention about this entire Lindy builder is that unlike other vibe coding platforms out there, it will actually check its own work. So unlike other platforms that just send you an app and usually it doesn't work and you have to prompt it 20 times until you just get the basic functionality down, the Lindy it's much more straightforward. It checks its own work and makes sure that it gets as close as possible to the working product. For the next category, we have games and interactive apps. Lindy isn't just for work. It can create entire worlds that people can play in, interact with stories, logic, puzzles, etc. Here you can build a text-based RPG. You can write your own, choose your adventure with dynamic AI narration. Next, you can build a trivia or quiz generator. So an app that generates fun quizzes for parties, studying, or even content. Next, a dating simulator with AI characters. So users can practice conversations with characters that you design. You can also build a tycoon-style business simulator, where the players can run a startup or a business and watch it play out in real time. And you can also build an escape room quiz generator. So an app that will instantly create riddles and clues for a mystery game night. For the next category, we have creative and media. First, we've got an AI comic book generator. You can build an app that generates panels, dialogue, and full storyline. Next, you can make a song, lyric, and melody assistant. So an app that brainstorms hooks, rhymes, and chord ideas. Next, a short film script generator. An app where a user can outline characters, plot, and dialogue in seconds. Next, a meme template maker. So an app that auto-formats trending meme layouts with your text. Then a child's picture book generator that can draft stories with illustrations in your chosen style. Next up, we've got the everyday life and personal. Not everything has to be business or art. Lindy can help you build personal tools that make your life easier and more optimized. First up, a personal finance coach. So an app that helps you track your spending and then suggests smarter money moves. You can even integrate it with your banking tools, etc. Then you can build a meal planner with recipes. So an app that builds shopping lists and daily menus from your diet goals. Next up, a travel itinerary planner. So an app that will craft day-to-day trips tailored to your vibe. Next up, a fitness and workout tracker. So an app that logs your progress, designs your workouts, and keeps you accountable. Then we have an AI dream journal. So an app that allows you to record your dreams and then interprets them using recurring patterns. For the next category, we've got social and community apps. Apps that connect people, spark conversations, and moderate communities. And first up, we've got an AI debate bot. So an AI app that allows you to argue both sides of any hot topic for fun and just practicing your debating skills. Next, a niche community forum moderator, an AI automation that keeps discussion civil 24/7. Next up, a multiplayer brainstorming board. So a real-time space where friends and coworkers can drop their ideas. Then we've got a personal AI influencer, an app that generates content in your style so that you can post without even recording. Then we have a custom language tutor, so a private coach that teaches you any language interactively. And then you have 25 AI app ideas that you can build with Lindy. Now we could have made this video 200, 300 or even more ideas. It's really up to your creativity and just finding the issues that you need to solve for yourself or potential customers. So if you want to start vibe coding your own apps today, make sure to click in the description and try out Lindy. You can start on the free plan and test it out to see what you can actually do with it. And keep in mind, Lindy is not just a vibe coding platform. It's actually an AI automation platform. So not only can you use it for vibe coding apps, you can also use it to automate any kinds of tasks on the internet. And if you want to get some ideas on what you can actually automate with Lindy, then make sure to click the video on the screen now. I'll see you there.